Yeah, we ended up all hanging out. And then I think it was like a week later, I don't really quite remember. Hannah and Rafe ended up coming back over to Eric and Rickie's, and they all hung out, and me and Becky were off doing our own thing. Tonight, my girlfriend is coming over, and I'm super excited. We're going to actually stay the night here tonight. Why doesn't Becky want to show her face? He's not used to, like, cameras and such, so. You should, though.
Oh. Right now, we are heading to the infamous Whale Mart. We are gonna go grab some stuff to make breakfast. Are you excited? Mm-hmm. Becky's excited.
Hey guys, okay, so the last time I vlogged for you was actually Friday before Becky came over. Today is Monday night. I should have vlogged. I should have vlogged the weekend, but I get very, very caught up in just spending time with her. So let's flash forward a couple days. Me and Becky end up coming over to, okay, if you guys are confused, Becky lives with Eric and Rickie. So we ended up coming here.
So at this point, they had already went to Pride with Hannah and Rafe. So Hannah and Rafe had already been saying things to Eric and Rickie about Amberlynn and Becky. And then the next day, they invite Amberlynn over for a couple days before they go to Pride. So after they had spent more time together, I find out what Rafe was saying about them the week prior. She says, other than the car issues, everyone had a good time. She lets us in on their plans for the rest of the night. We're gonna do a psychic circle. We did this on You Now. It's actually quite fun. So we're gonna do that and kind of just chill for the rest of the night. Yeah. We start the next day at Becky's house, where she lives with her two roommates, Eric and Rickie. Amberlynn spends time with Eric, convincing him to create his own YouTube channel.
So this is Eric. So say hi. Hi. We were all sitting down, just like talking, and Eric brought up the point of, like, you know, Amberlynn, I am a little weary. I want to get to know you. You're a big question mark, you know, et cetera, which is understandable. So he wanted me to stay here for a few days so he can get to know me more.
She is staying with me for like a week. I did invite her to come stay with me to get to know me.
While Becky was at work this week, Amberlynn spent time watching
RuPaul's Drag Race. I watched the last season in 2 days.
So, yeah, she spent a lot of time doing that while she was at Becky's house, getting to know Eric.
At Becky's house. As we were talking, he started mentioning to both Becky and I, like, you know, I understand y'all have been hanging out with Hannah and Rafe a while, which I want to say I did. I spent a lot of days with them.
Oh my god. She basically spent all month with them. They hung out quite a bit. There was a whole weekend where they spent together and they didn't vlog. Amberlynn talks about going to a hotel with them, but we never really saw that.
Vlog with me and my new child.
This is your new child?
This is my new child.
Okay, what's her name?
Her name? Shelby.
Shelby?
No, Veronica.
Veronica. I haven't vlogged in quite a few days. I've been kind of busy and such. Some things in my life are private. Tomorrow, I'm gonna see my friends Hannah and Rafe again, so I'm super excited for that. And then the next day, my girlfriend's coming over. I'm gonna hang out with some friends today.
Rocky Top, Tennessee. I've had years of cram.
That like fake clap thing, that's just so cringy.
City life stuck like a duck.
So right now I'm at Hannah and Rafe's. They asked if I wanted to stay the night, so I said sure, and we went and got Becky. So I'm still at Hannah and Rafe's. I went a week without uploading. Today is actually the 13th of June. I wasn't able to upload because I was not with Wi-Fi. Is there Wi-Fi? No, I'm using my data.
I'm wasting my money on you.
It just felt really nice to be around people who actually love my company, and
I think this is when they went to the hotel. She had spent a few days with them without vlogging.
I love theirs and make me happy. I didn't vlog much of it. I really wish I would have. Hey everybody. Oh my god, I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. I know.
So at this point, Rafe had already opened up to Eric.
Rafe, are you going to Pride too? Yes, she is coming as well.
I'm going, and I'm so excited.
What's up? Okay, we're literally on the side of the road with a bat. Yes!
We start the day off at Amberlynn's townhouse after spending the night at Hannah and Rafe's farm. KJA92 asks, are you having a sleepover?
He's coming over to our place, and we're having a sleepover.
A foursome.
No. We have 2 beds in the bedroom.
We start the day on the road with Hannah and Rafe in the front and Becky and Amberlynn in the back. They're on their way to Pride celebrations in Lexington, Kentucky. She says other than the car issues, everyone had a good time. She lets us in on their plans for the rest of the night.
We're gonna do a psychic circle. We did this on You Now. It's actually quite fun. So we're gonna do that and kind of just chill for the rest of the night. Yeah.
We start the next day at Becky's house, where she lives with her 2 roommates, Eric and Rickie. It's a few days later, and Amberlynn is finishing her vlog about going to Pride while being proud of helping Becky. So I think at this point, she's already found out about Rafe. Because later on, she'll say how this weekend spending time with Eric was enlightening.
I was putting away her laundry because I did her laundry. She's at work right now, so I just figured that was nice of me.
She thought she might feel sad being alone in her apartment after being around people all week, but says,
I just feel enlightened. Is that the word?
a few days ago, the negativity in the comment section was too much for Amberlynn. She says the people she has met in the last few weeks tell her she is not the person observed by others online. I think she's talking about Eric.
I was talking to my friends about it, and they're like, Amberlynn, we know you.
The person who just got to know her last week, 6 days prior to this, actually.
In person. That's not who you are.
Eric got to know Amberlynn last week while she was staying with Becky.
Hearing people tell me, like, Amberlynn, I know you, it does help, honestly, because these people do know me.
That's pretty cool that it only took Eric a week to get to know her.
Hi, Amberlynn. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your closeness with Rafe? 10 being the most close, 1 being the least.
Amberlynn tries to distance herself from Rafe when answering this question.
0 through 10, how close are me and Rafe?
I wonder if Amberlynn subconsciously added 0 to the scale because the question was 1 to 10.
I don't really know. That's kind of hard.
There's an incoming dispute between the two, so she might be trying to protect herself from being hurt by Rafe as she attempts to downplay their relationship.
Back in the day, I would meet someone and become friends with them and be like, oh my god, we're like besties.
You look more in love with her than with Becky.
What?
You look more in love with her than with Becky.
What does that mean? I look in love with you? I'm not even in love with anyone. What does that even mean? Girl, it's all 50 minutes.
I don't want to do that. I kind of like just seeing where a friendship goes, kind of like a relationship, you know, stuff like that. I have to get to know her more.
Her final answer is?
I'm not going to answer that because I don't really know.
She spends 1 month with Rafe and she says she has to get to know her more. She spends 1 week with Eric and he knows her.
And we became very close. And so Eric, which I am very grateful for, he was like, you know, I feel like we need to talk and clear the air, and I need to tell you some things that they said about you guys, both me and Becky.
Her saying that I just came up to you guys and told you it just to start drama? No, I asked Becky, I said, hey, are you planning on moving out?
He's not trying to start drama, but watch what he does. I came up and say, hey, are you planning on moving out? It's not drama. But how he found out about her possibly looking for somewhere new to live. Maybe that's how he starts the drama.
Well, listen, I didn't even tell her where I heard it from. I just
Not yet.
asked her the question. I said, hey, are you planning on doing this? She said no.
And then he says, what?
And I was like, okay, well, then why would your friends tell me that if it wasn't true?
At first he said he didn't tell her where it came from, but now he's saying that he did tell her where it came from.
And she's like, what do you mean? I told her everything that they said.
Of course, everything.
And I said, is this true? They told me this, 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 and this. I'm going to the source. I went to Becky and I went to you. I went to the source.
Sounds like he's doing research.
And I asked both of you guys, did you guys say this about me and Rickie? Are you guys planning on doing this?
Right.
And you guys said no.
Because we're not.
Because they're not.
Oh yeah, Becky tells us everything.
Do you think that Becky actually told them that, or do you think Rafe was making it up? Amberlynn knew she had to find somewhere else to live for a while. So there's quite a big possibility that they were looking for somewhere else and that they had mentioned it to their friends, or at least the 2 friends that they weren't living with. Amberlynn says she has to make some decisions in the near future regarding where she will be moving, but has already made this one.
I want to be closer to Becky.
Anna Sane has a prediction.
I think I'll end up moving in with Becky anyway. I don't really know. We're going to see. We're going to see what happens.
She can't be mad at Eric, and then she needs a place to move soon. Yeah, exactly. And Eric doesn't want Becky to move out because they're like attached at the hip with Becky. They're trying to get in good with Amberlynn so that she'll come there and Becky won't leave.